What's up, y'all? Entropy here, and welcome back to Freeport Tech Dynasty. It is the start of Season 5 here in Freeport. Head coach N7 Ropy is still at the helm of the Marlins, and there has been quite a bit of turnover going into this season. A lot of our guys who have been staples of this series all graduated and or went to the NFL after we came up short of our goals last season. So this is going to be a very interesting season for sure, just because there's going to be a lot of new names flying around the field for us, and a lot of them from some pretty significant positions as well. So let's take a look at the team that we have. Take a look at what our depth chart will be. So I did decide, at least to start, to give AJ Maddox the seniority nod at quarterback, even though he's not the highest overall guy. He is surprisingly the fastest, which I didn't actually expect out of him just because he's a backfield creator and the other two are dual threats, but he did actually develop quite a bit of speed apparently. And then in terms of their throwing stats, I mean, Maddox has the highest awareness, and then his throw power is ever so slightly the highest, but all their accuracies are kind of in the same ballpark. Maddox actually has the lowest accuracies of the bunch, interestingly enough, but he has done well in his very limited playing time that he's had over the last couple seasons, backing up Haas Haney. So we're going to give him the nod to start, but I do believe we will see plenty of at least one, if not both, of his backups this season, and either Kevin Wilkes or Emmanuel Hook. I'll probably actually try them out in some games if we end up in a blowout situation. Bring them in, maybe bring at least the backup quarterback in a little bit earlier, just to see how they perform. Because I want to give us the best chance we have to succeed, and whichever of these three it ends up being will play for us down the stretch. But I'm giving Maddox the nod just because of seniority. And then Ian Hugo, who thought about transferring last offseason but decided to stay, is also here. And then Felix Harden, the true freshman who we got and we're pretty excited about, is going to be sitting in fifth. Both of their throw powers are only like 84, so we're definitely behind. They're definitely behind the other three. Running back room, completely different. Bo Jackson leading the charge, former Ohio State Buckeye, and in this series at least, he played at North Texas, I believe. I think I misquoted, or I misspoke in the offseason episode saying he was from Marshall. I'm pretty sure he played at North Texas because Marshall is obviously in the Sun Belt and North Texas is in the American, so I think that's where he was. I was just picturing a green school. But Bo Jackson, we got him out of the transfer portal. Kind of a surprising land that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't going to prioritize running back, but I saw his name and I'm like, well, he's good. I wouldn't mind him kind of as like a senior 1-year guy to have in front of our two true freshman studs in Siaki Tuaulo and Trevor Stumpf, who will be 2 and 3 behind Jackson. Jackson, interestingly, the slowest of the bunch, despite Tuaulo being a contact seeker, but he has 92 speed, and then Stumpf, of course, with his blazing 96 speed. So our running back room is something to be excited about now, for sure. Not that it wasn't before. And then Taj Bobo, Cam Skaggs, Tavares James round out the rest of the room. Names you guys should know. Kobe Thompson will be starting fullback again. Done a good job there. Wide receiver, Ofisa Vea, ready to take the reins as our number one option. In the receiver room, Tristan Glass back again, will be slotted in right behind him. And then Prince Kukwa and Ben Maggio are the next two. I gave the nod to Kukwa, even though he is a sophomore, whereas Maggio is a junior, just because Kukwa's a little bigger and has more speed, and I kind of like that given that he's going to be playing ideally more on the outside. And then Maggio will just be the fourth option for us. And then Jaden Funchess and, interestingly enough, true freshman Xavier Jewell round out the rest of the room, fascinatingly. Tight end, Donnell Bowling, the transfer, will in fact be the starting tight end. I know it looked like Elias might end up getting the nod in the offseason episode, but given whatever boost tight ends are getting, Bowling, interestingly, is actually higher than Elias now. So Elias will be the second string, and then Eric LeCount, who was our starting tight end last year, slips to third on the depth chart. Unfortunately, that 78 speed is just not... It's not great, man, even though he has plenty of size. So yeah, Bowling will be our number one tight end this season. Sean Herman back at left tackle, Dante Korn back at left guard, Tim Whiteheart back at center, but the right side of the line is all new. Caesar Drake taking over for the Evan Parker-sized hole on our O-line as he transferred out, the junior we got out of the portal. Look at this dude, an 88 overall and all kinds of abilities. I think this dude's going to be a stud. And at right tackle, someone you would be even more excited about, a redshirt sophomore, Keenan Sexton, with an elite dev trait and already an 87 overall. You could argue maybe our biggest land out of the portal just in looking at the player himself. 6'7", 298, not even 300 pounds, which is crazy. And plenty of room to grow and get even better. So we're super excited about him at right tackle, taking place of Kevin Haywood, who graduated and did end up getting drafted. Viliami Queen will be starting at left edge, and then Jason McCants will finally be getting his shot at right edge, a guy that we got out of high school in like season 1 or 2 and has just kind of rode the bench, whatever that word is, and hasn't seen the field much, but he will finally be getting a chance to show his stuff this season, which is awesome. D-tackle, the 2 transfers, Javier Cherry and Jordan Crawford, 95 and 94 overalls with the boost and everything. Insane talents that we got to play D-tackle for us. Hopefully this means teams are going to struggle around the middle against us with these two. And then Emmett Corner, who was our starting D-tackle last year, is our third guy. And then Keyshawn Aurora and true freshman Jimmy Ruiz round out the rest of the room. The linebacker room is completely different. So Dwayne Chin, another transfer land that we got, will actually be the starting Sam linebacker, backed up by Corbin Ostergaard and Vince Kellogg. The Mike spot is very similar. Xavier Kennedy, once again, is back for his senior season. He'll be playing there. Adrian Corcoran will back him up. But true freshman Connor Hopper is right there, already up to a 77 overall. He is already pushing Corcoran for that backup spot. So cool to see that. And then Stephen Merrick will be fourth. The Will spot, Taj Carrion back starting again, back from his injury. Hopefully he doesn't get injured again this senior season. And then Marcus Jones, another land out of the transfer portal, will back him up. The star dev redshirt freshman who we're very excited about. Chester Kafka slides in third. Cornerback room, Jaden Lewis, the transfer, will be our number 1 corner with his 96 speed. And his man and zone is, I believe, pretty good. 80 man, 79 zone is better than Kwamari Shamwell, who's only 73 and 76. So that's good to see. So these two will be our top 2 corners. Shamwell obviously back from last year. Ray Pepper will be third. Kevin Caudill will be fourth. 2 more names you guys should definitely recognize. And Femi Umana, the redshirt sophomore transfer we got out of the portal, will slide in as our 5th option, which unfortunately means that Marquez Vick is actually been kicked down the depth chart a little bit. Although I'm seeing now his coverage ability is better in terms of his man and zone than Femi Umana, which is kind of giving me pause about kicking him off the depth chart completely. Maybe we'll actually throw Vic there, just give him a seniority nod, and he can play there. Maybe even put him ahead of Caudill. I don't know. Caudill's a little bit better than him, but the man and zone I don't think is as good. So, yeah, these kind of final few spots are kind of a work in progress in the cornerback room. We know who the top guys are. Free safety, transfer Sebastian Thompson with his 96 speed will be starting, backed up by 5-star elite dev true freshman John Merrill, and Ben Addison slides in third. Strong safety, Paul Freeney, you knew he was going to be there. The exact same overall as William Byard. They're both 80s. But William Byard, actually, if you look on the right side there, is actually 79 overall versus Freeney's 78 overall. But Paul Freeney has done such a good job for us. I can't bench the guy, even for a 5-star elite dev William Byard, who will still see the field plenty with his 95 speed, don't you worry. We'll definitely see him. Maybe we'll kind of work him in a little more often than we normally do. We normally just kind of leave the starters out there. Maybe we'll actually do some subs once in a while and bring him out there just to get him some experience. Terrell will be back kicking again. Terrence Reinbolt will be punting again. Kick returner will be Trevor Stumpf because speed kills on kick returns. So he will be back there with Prince Kukwa. And then at punt returner, I'd actually decided to give the nod to Braylon Togia, who's a gadget receiver that we got, and we allowed him to throw the ball once, and he threw an interception. So, yeah, it didn't quite work out for him last year, but we're going to give him a shot at punt returns. He's pretty elusive, so we'll see what he can do back there. Terrence Reinbolt will be kicking off for us. Donnell Bowling is actually the long snapper, which is interesting, so we have a tight end doing long snapping duties. Trevor Stumpf will be our third down back. As you can see, he's not a very high-rated third down back. He's not exactly great at, like, pass catching and stuff like that. But I want him on the field, so this is a good way I found to do it. So he will be our third down back. Usually I like the third down back to be like a faster guy, so that's what he is going to be for us. And Siaki Tuala will be getting the nod as our power back, just because he's a contact seeker, even though Bo Jackson is actually bigger at 6'2", 223. We're giving Tuala the nod for that role as well. Ofizavale will operate out of the slot. He did very well for us in that role, basically since he got here. So even though he's our #1 receiver, I do want him operating out of the slot again, especially because he's 5'10", 190. So this will allow Tristan Glass and Prince Kukwa to operate on the outsides instead because they have better frames for it. And then Ben Maggio will be the other slot receiver, and then Prince Kukwa is currently here as like the third slot receiver, but I think someone like Xavier Jewell is probably a little better suited for that, so we'll slide him up there for that instead. Our left end spot will be Viliami Queen, and then here's an interesting thing I discovered. Xavier Kennedy is actually slotted in as our right end at the moment, and the reason for that is because look at this. Like, no edge rushers are actually like good at this role for some reason. Our next highest is actually James Couch, who's a true freshman, and Isaiah Career, who is, you know, a redshirt freshman. But, like, weirdly enough, these guys are not very good at whatever this role requires of them, which I find interesting because I think this is just like the guy who plays the end in, like, sub packages. So I don't know why edge rushers will be bad at that role. But I was looking at Xavier Kennedy. This dude has 84 power move, 88 finesse moves, and 87 block shedding. Like, what the crap? That's ridiculous. He's not even that big. He's 6'3", 227. Obviously, that's not small, but, like, edge rushers, I feel like, are typically a little bigger. But yeah, he'll be playing that spot. He's usually played sub linebacker for us, but since none of our edge rushers outside of Queen seem capable of doing this, Kennedy was going to be given that role because he seems really good at it for some reason. Crawford will be our RD tackle with Javier Cherry, and Emmett Corner will be third. Sub linebacker Taj Carrion will be back in that role. Dwayne Chin, the transfer, will join him, and Vince Kellogg will be the third one. Slot corner, Ray Pepper will be back, and then John Merrill is also going to be seeing some time at slot corner. His man and zone coverage abilities are actually better than a lot of our corners who would be considered for this role. So he is going to be getting the nod for that second slot corner spot. So anytime we come out a dime package, Merrill will be on the field for us. I thought about putting Byard here as well. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to put Byard as like our third slot corner. I don't know what formation he would ever actually see the field in, but we're going to put him out there just because he is a coverage specialist, so this is something he should be good at. So these guys will find their way on the field, even if it's not at their free safety or strong safety spots, respectively. Nose tackle, Jordan Crawford is bigger. He's 6'3", 349 versus Javier Cherry, who's 6'4", 314. So he's going to be taking that role, but you know, we're splitting hairs between these two. They're both insane talents. And then gadget receiver will be Nathan Akanum, the true freshman with 90 speed. And if you remember his recruitment, you already know what I'm going to show. 90 throw power as well. And his throw accuracies are nothing to sneeze at either. 61, 55, or 65, and 71. That's pretty good, man. So he's going to be our gadget guy. Who knows how much we'll see him in that role, but this is exactly the role I envisioned him for when I started recruiting him, so we'll see how he does. But that is the depth chart that we'll be rocking with this year. Now to show you guys the recruits I decided to go after. Once again, this is always a difficult decision to pick which recruits to actually put the 50 hours in off rip. But I'm going for both quarterbacks that we have on the board, Imani Cashman and Monty Marvin. So Cashman, 4-star gem, pure runner. 6'3", 206, we know he's a star dev. And then the reason I'm going after both of these guys is because I would like to add another quarterback. I want to add at least one quarterback basically every recruiting cycle, especially right now when our room seems kind of up in the air. Neither of them have great throw power, which is too bad, but they both have pretty good athleticism. 90 speed, 89 acceleration for Cashman, and Marvin with 89 speed, 88 acceleration. And both are comparable in a lot of other ways. Cashman comes in with way more abilities and star dev and 72 awareness versus 62. So, but Marvin we are leading for, whereas Cashman we're not even in his top 8. But there's not a lot of competition at the moment. It's just Colorado and USC. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this one goes. I'm choosing not to go after a running back. McCracken's the realistic one. Bandy we're not in his top group, but with Tualo and Stumpf, like, those two are the running backs for the future. So I don't feel a ton of pressure to go after that position. Receiver, on the other hand, is completely different. Finau O, 5'10", 180 speedster, the #1 receiver in the country. He's a 5-star, crazy talented. Going after him. The Romeo Girard, I'm hoping we can bump into this guy's top group. Obviously, the competition is extremely stiff with Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Given he's from Starkville, they both have P5 or Tier 5 pipelines, so that's going to be tough. But 6'6", 206, 5-star gem, 93 speed. This dude I have to go after. I have to. There's no rhyme or reason to not. I'm choosing not to put any hours into Flemister. I probably am not even going to try for him. 73 speed is just too low. I shouldn't have even offered him a scholarship, to be honest. We could use a tackle, so I'm going after the 5-star #1 tackle in the country, Dalton Abrams. We're in his top group. 6'5", 276, a weirdly slim frame, but I do like his abilities for being an agile guy. He seems to possess plenty of ability in the power department as well, so I like what I see from him, which means I'm not going after these two guys, which Chosen, we're not in his top group, so that's less of a risk, or less of a decision, I guess. But Newton looks good, and I just wish I had 50 more hours I would be putting into him. Kyle Hammer, the guard, will be going after him. 6'5", 295, agile, plenty of abilities. Agile, I already said agile, so his power is much more lacking, but we don't need a guy to plug and play right away, but he looks very good. And then I'm choosing to go after John Moffitt, the center. He's an athlete. And then Enrique Vermiglio, we're the only school that offered him a scholarship after the offseason, so maybe he's a guy we can double back to later. 2 stud edges on the board. 5-star Taylor Bauer is a guy we're going after. A lot of competition for him. He's from Hempstead, Texas. Hopefully that'll help us. And then Mitch Bitonio, the 4-star gem power rusher. Both of these dudes look insanely talented, looking at their attributes, so I had to go after both of them. D tackle, I'm going after both of them, Bruce Burden and Dave Bryant. We have only one school competing with us for both of them, but both of them have a huge pipeline advantage over us, so that's going to be kind of annoying. But again, our D tackle room, we have those 2 stud seniors that we got out of the portal, and after that, it's only 3 guys, so we kind of need D tackles, so I'd like to get at least one of them, so I'm going to go after both of them, and hopefully we do in fact land them. Not going after Crozier, he just doesn't look good enough for my liking to go after him this early. I just like other guys better, I should say. Not that I don't like what I see from him, but I just like other guys more. Josh Blanco, 5-star gem. Mike, 6'2", 220. Crazy talented. Yeah, we're going after him 100%. A lot of other schools going after him too, so we'll see how it goes. Tim Montague, we're doing pretty good for in that no one else offered him a scholarship, so maybe, again, another guy we could double back to. And then corners, 5-star Jesse Hunt, #2 corner in the class, number 21 overall, 6'1", 189 from San Antonio. No one else offered him a scholarship except us. Could this be our chance to land a stud corner? It just might be. I would love it if we could get him. He's exactly the kind of player we try to find every season, and we have found guys like him. But this dude's insanely talented, so hopefully no one else offers him a scholarship. Just leave him to us, please. That'd be fantastic. And then a little bit risky, but Cam Berry I am putting 50 hours into, even though I haven't fully scouted him yet. So there's a non-zero chance this dude is a bust. But I like what I'm seeing here. His zone coverage obviously is going to be lower than his man coverage. He's a bump and run guy. He's a 4-star, 15th ranked corner. I like the 92 acceleration. The speed looks like it could be really good as well. Has at least one mental ability. Once I get hours to spare down the road, he's probably a guy that I will fully scout if we're still going after him just to make sure. But as of now, we're sitting at #2 behind Oregon. And then Tyrese Vick, I'm not even going to try. He's the #1 corner in the class. I just added him to the board to offer him a scholarship, but so did apparently everybody else in the country. So, yeah, this one's a lost cause. We're not going after him. It pains me not to be going after Mario Alfaro, a 4-star gem free safety with great size at 6'2", 192. Good athleticism and coverage ability as well. But we got John Merrill, man. Merrill's going to be the guy, especially after this season. So I just don't see Alfaro playing much, unfortunately. And I'm not going to prioritize safety recruiting for at least this season. Because I'm not putting hours into Vi Troutman as well, even though he also looks very good. 6'2", 190, good athleticism, good coverage ability. But I've already got safeties, and there's other guys I want to prioritize over these two, unfortunately. So that is where the board stands. Obviously, a lot of top-flight talent that we're trying to land here. And we'll see how it goes, even through this first sim we go through to get to week 1. So, yeah, we'll see, man. I think there's a lot of talent here, and Gerard may be the one I want the most, but obviously he's looking like the least likely right now because we're not even in his top 8, and he's from Mississippi. So, yeah, we'll see, man. There's a lot of talent here. Well, I don't know why I even bothered getting remotely excited. Romeo Gerard already locked us out. Ole Miss got enough of a boost that they forced a top 8. And even though we offered him a scholarship, and none of those other schools did, apparently that's enough, and we're not even going to be considered anymore. So that's just too bad for a guy that's insanely talented. George McCracken reaches top 8. We're not really going after him, so I don't know how to feel. Finau O reaches top 8. We're sitting at number 3. It looks like Dalton Abrams reaches top 8. We jumped up to number 2, so we're chasing Oklahoma for him now. Newton reaches top 8. Oklahoma also going after him. Prince Chosen reaches top 8. We got locked out. John Moffitt reaches top 8. We're number 1 for him. That's sick. Taylor Bauer, we're number 1 for him. Bruce Burden, number 1 for him. Josh Blanco, number 1 for him as well. Gosh dang. Alfaro, we're number 2 for, even though we didn't go after him. Same thing with Troutman. Kyle Hammer reached his top 8, and we're number 1 for him, jumping Ohio State. Very nice. Amani Cashman, we jumped up to 8th at least, so we did make it into his top group. But Colorado and USC are building up a lead. We'll have to see how much we can catch them over this next week, I guess. Monty Marvin reaches top 8. We're number 1 for him. And Cam Berry reaches top 8. We're number 2 behind Oregon. So a metric ton of updates here in just 1 week. We may be a little bit behind the 8 ball in this race for Quincy Newton, but I am going to take these 50 hours and invest them into him just to see if we can get a jump. Maybe we can make this race competitive. We could use a couple tackles in this class as well. I think according to our team needs, we need like 3 of them. Yeah, 2 left tackles, 1 right tackle. So it wouldn't hurt to go after them, but knowing that Gerard just locked us out right away, I kind of wish I would have put these 50 hours into Newton to begin with, but that's what I'll be doing with him. Rivalry renewed with Houston to start the season, and as is tradition, we will start by wearing our standard home uniforms with the black helmet, blue jersey, blue pants. Here we go, baby. Back in beautiful Freeport, Texas. Looks like the sun is already setting. A blistering 96 degrees, 8-mile-an-hour winds, and we'll be kicking off to start. Last meeting, we blew out Houston 48-0. I forgot it was that much of a blowout. Holy crap. We destroyed them last time we played them. Hopefully that happens again here. That'd be a great way to start this year. Oh my gosh, Houston tried an RPO. I think that was one of our new D tackles that got in there immediately. Looks like, yeah, it might have been Jordan Crawford. Holy crap. Quarterback back up to throw. Oh, shoot, I switched to the wrong guy. Paul Freeney picks a guy up and slams him down, but that's a nice gain for them. Look at that receiver. 99 jumping, 99 catching, 99 short route run. What the crap? Quarterback drives back again. Over the middle, it's caught by, I don't know if it was a tight end or not, but oh my gosh, it's Amani Oladokin. He's still quarterbacking Houston now. Or not still, he was the backup last year. But remember, I remember pointing that out a few episodes later that he came in for them late in the game. But holy crap, he's actually their starter now. That is wild as Taj Carrion gets in there for the tackle. So a lot of Coons got to have revenge on his mind after transferring out from here. Play action. Oladokin looking around, finds a receiver. No, he does not. Quamari Shemwell knocks that down. What a play. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. It's a handoff on 3rd and 8, and Carrion shuts that down. The running back only gets 2, and they are going to... It says they're going to kick a field goal, but this is telling me to run an actual defense. Are they, like, faking this? Is that what they're doing? This is going to be, what, like a... Oh, my gosh. This is going to be like a 58, 59-yarder. I can't tell because our logo's too big. And the kick is up. And it's good. He drilled it from that distance? Are you serious? Okay, I kind of wish we had run a field goal block now, but Coach seemed to think that there might have been a fake coming. But Houston is on the board first, and they've already scored more points than they did last time we played them. Prince Kukwa will take the kick in the end zone. Nowhere to really go. Gets tackled at the 17-yard line. Coach Ropy looks intense as always. Here comes a new look offense with Bo Jackson, the running back land I believe he transferred from Texas when we got him out of the portal or something like that. So yeah, this is his first game here. We'll see how he does. AJ Maddox taking the snap. His first time as the starter here in Freeport. Bo Jackson gets the carry and knifes ahead for 6. He's going to throw that over to Bowling. He makes the catch. Good blocking by Vea. And that's a first down. Jackson gets the handoff here. Cuts back inside. And there he goes out across midfield. What a run. What burst from Bo Jackson. And that's another nice play. Or a nice play for us. A big play for us. Oh my gosh, it's a new season. You'd think it's my first. I can't talk today. Play action. Maddox looking. Just going to dump it off to Elias. No one was on him short. And he gets about 4. Hand off to Jackson. Jackson finding some running room, and he's tackled right at the line of game. They give it to him. 1st and 10. Trevor Stumpf in the backfield. We're going to fake it to him and hit Vale over the middle. Makes the catch in coverage, and we are down inside the red zone. Trevor Stumpf will get the carry this time. Thought he had a seam, but that dude shed the block off Herman nicely. And it's only a gain of 3. Jackson gets the carry, has a hole. Bo Jackson fighting ahead down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. Bo Jackson gets the handoff again, and he's in! Touchdown, Marlins. First touchdown of the new season. And it's the running back transfer, Bo Jackson, pounding it in from the 1-yard line. And we steal the lead right back from Houston. Terrell knocks through the extra point to make it a 7-3 ball game. Obviously looking to redeem himself a bit after his missed field goal ended our season in the college football playoff last season. So he certainly has revenge on his mind as he's looking to redeem himself as Ben Maggio and John Merrill combine on the tackle. RPO, throw to the right side. Ray Pepper not fooled by the juke and drops the receiver for a loss of 2. 5-wide look for Houston. And he's gonna get sacked and gonna go down. Xavier Kennedy gets home off the edge. I also completely misspoke. That was not 5-wide. It was 4-wide. It was a dime look. The mascot can't believe it, but yes, Xavier Kennedy is getting credit. His first sack of the season. It looks like Viliami Queen may have gotten home as well. What a play from the linebacker turned edge rusher. Houston backed up against their own goal line, and they're just going to play this safe. Freeney and Queen combined on the tackle, but they're going to be punting from their own 4-yard line after that sack. Booming kick will be fielded by Toja, and he can't really get much, and will be starting the drive at midfield. Play action. Oh, I wanted Kukwa over the middle, but Maddox got hit as he threw it, and it falls incomplete. That will do it for the first quarter here in Freeport. Marlins up 7-3 on their rivals, but a huge defensive stop, and they've got the ball at midfield looking to extend that lead. Trevor Stumpf will be getting the carry, and he gets about 4. It'll make it a 3rd and 6. I want Bowling underneath. He's got it. They sent the house and left the middle of the field wide open, and Maddox makes him pay for it. 1st down. Bowling comes in motion. Handoff will go to Jackson right where he was, and he breaks the first tackle attempt by a Cougar and is brought down just shy of the 1st down line. An injury sustained to Houston's defense. Hand off to Stumpf off the read. And look at the speed. Trevor Stumpf is going to go. Touchdown, Marlins. Holy crap. This kid can fly. What speed to get through the defense and house it from there. I mean, that was a nice run. I'm like, all right, good. We'll get like 5, 10, 15. Oh my gosh, he's not going to get caught. Just ran away from that last guy. Oh my gosh, what a freshman. I dropped my remote and it forced me to call a timeout. Gosh dang it, hopefully we didn't need that. Well, despite getting iced by his own head coach, Terrell knocks it through. Fortunately, it's the first half, so I can't imagine we're really going to need that timeout, but still. Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh, just a missed throw there from Oladokin. Didn't even get it to the target. Handoff, nowhere to go. Jordan Crawford is there to meet him. And it's going to be 3rd and 13. Throw to the left side, caught. Sebastian Thompson throws him down. And it's going to be another 4th down. Houston's going to have to punt it. Toja fields the punt. Toja trying to get the edge, and he just gets tackled at the 43-yard line, but still very good starting field position. Hand off to Bo Jackson, caught from behind by the edge rusher, and it's only going to be a gain of 1. Try and get that to Kukwa, and he will make the catch and almost get the 1st down. Ended up kind of turning the corner to bring up 3rd and 1. Houston looks ready for the run, so I'm actually going to try and get someone loose deep, see if it'll work. Can Tristan Glass get off the line? It looked like he did. Tristan Glass has it. Tristan Glass is gone. Touchdown. Marlins. Houston tried to get aggressive on that call defensively, but the corner just let Glass by him. And Glass does a great job fighting off the press, and he gets free for our first passing touchdown of the season from A.J. Maddox, and we continue to extend our lead here in the first half. Little throw to the tight end underneath, and he's tackled by Crawford and Freeney. Deep over the middle, it's caught, and Thompson has to make the tackle to save a touchdown. Shemuel dove for it, but was just not in position to actually make a play on the ball. Read option, keeper for Oladokin, and he's finally tackled. I believe that was Emmett Corner. Quick throw, not going to get much. Thompson makes the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 7. Over to the right side, caught. Pepper makes the tackle, but not before the receiver's able to get the 1st down. Oh my gosh, Crawford just explodes through the line for the TFL, and he comes up injured on the play. Hopefully that isn't serious. That would suck to lose a guy this good this early. I mean, oh my gosh, he is feeling it in his chest somewhere. But losing a guy of this talent, how many times have we called his name already in this game? Quick throw off the RPO. Pepper lost contain, and the receiver's able to get the 1st down. And that will bring us to the 2-minute timeout here in the first half. Houston's driving down to our 32, looking to score before halftime. Over to the tight end. Ray Pepper brings him down, gain of 4. Jordan Crawford has bruised ribs, so not a long-term injury, but we're going to sub in Emmett Corner for sure. I don't want him risking that. A lot of time for Oladokin. Never mind, he's chased down. It's Xavier Kennedy getting home on the sack. His 2nd time getting to the quarterback in this first half. Oh my gosh, maybe this was his natural position all along. We had him playing off-ball linebacker the whole time. Jeez, oh Pete. Over to the left side, caught. Pepper makes the tackle. It'll be 4th and 12, and we're going to call timeout because, I mean, why not? See if we can get something of our own before halftime, but they're going to kick a field goal. This kicker already made one from like 58 or 59. This one's only from like 51, so I have to imagine, yes, it is going to be up and through Barbosa. Apparently a weapon with his leg, as he's got 2 field goals for Houston in this first half, but that is all we have given up defensively, so the defense has done a good job keeping him out of the end zone. Trevor Stumpf, who had the touchdown not too long ago, will get a chance to return this one. Gets it out to the 20. 47 seconds left. Maddox under duress, going to take off and run and slide down. Gets the 1st down. Will momentarily stop the clock. We got to run no huddle. Throw it away. Phew. Maddox barely got rid of that, but fortunately he did. Oh, gosh dang it. I thought I was hoping I'd get across the line before he threw it, but he ended up throwing it well past the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a penalty. It's going to be, what, loss it down in 5 yards, I think? Yeah, so it'll be 3rd and 14. Oh my gosh, pass rush. Got in there. Maddox is able to escape it. Does he have enough room to get there for the first? He does. He gets the first and gets out of bounds. What a scramble from A.J. Maddox. He has put in some work trying to get faster this offseason. Trying to fit that. The bowling on the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. He had it in his hands and he dropped it. No, dude, that was going to put us right in field goal range. Can we get that to Vea? Maddox missed him. Maddox just missed him on that one. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 with 7 seconds left. We needed one of those to get completed. We get that to... Okay, Funchess didn't even try and jump for it. It'll bring up 4th down, and I guess we're just going to have to punt this. Unless we try a Hail Mary. We might actually... Yeah, we're going to try a Hail Mary. Maddox puts it up. It's going to get to the goal line, and Glass couldn't quite get it. A flag on the play, though. Could this be pass interference, something to bail us out? Oh my gosh, they actually did call pass interference on the defense. Yeah, we'll accept it. I don't think we're in field goal range, though. 59 yards. Does Terrell have this range? They're saying to go for it. All right, we'll try it, sure. Oh, gosh dang it. I held the button too long, and that's going to be so wide left. He might have gotten the distance on it had I been on target, but was not, so Terrell misses that. But it's going to be a 21-6 lead at the half for the Freeport Tech Marlins. A nice first half of football there. Offensively, we're moving it, and defensively, we're keeping them out of the end zone. That's exactly what you can hope for, especially in our first game of the year. It's nice to see all the new names seem to be gelling together. How about the throw from Maddox on that one, too? I mean, he didn't have much time there. He got hit right after he threw that ball, but put it right on the money to Tristan Glass. Jackson gets the handoff. Oh, I missed the cut lane, and we only get 5. Gosh dang it, that could have been a much bigger gain. Play action to Stump. Gonna roll out with Maddox. Can we fit that to Vea? We can. A nice catch from Vea. Passes a little off target, but he did a great job reaching back and snagging it. Stump gets the handoff. Stump gets a seam. Oh my gosh, I thought he was gone for sure, but he's just dragged down from behind. This kid can run, man. Holy crap. Play action. Read option. A.J. Maddox is going to keep, and A.J. Maddox is down to the 14-yard line. Play action. Quick hit to Vea. Vea's got it. Vea's got 6. Touchdown. Marlins. Ofisa Vea gets wide open on the little zigzag route and gets into the end zone for another touchdown for this offense, and everything is clicking for us in week 1. Under duress, he's going to go down. It's Ray Pepper, the corner, who got sent on the nickel blitz, who gets home, and it's a loss of 6 for Houston. On the wheel, it's intercepted! Taj Carrion reaches up and snags it, and it's going to be a return inside the red zone to Houston's 13-yard line. What a play from the linebacker, as it looks like Crawford may have gotten hurt again. I don't know what he was doing on the field if he was still injured, but a great play by Carrion. Welcome back. Bo Jackson with the handoff, and Bo Jackson gets about 4. Elbow bursitis for Crawford. Yeah, we'll sub in corner. I don't know what he was doing still on the field. Jackson gets the handoff, powering ahead. Gets 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Siaki Tuaulo in the backfield out of the Power Eye Hulk formation. Going to try and pound our way ahead. And Tuaulo gets stonewalled, but does get the first down. How about that? Bo Jackson goes in motion. Tuaulo gets the handoff the other way. Touchdown! Marlins. All 3 running backs have scored in this game. Tuaulo on only his 2nd career carry takes it in from about the 3-yard line. And we continue to extend our lead over the Cougars. We are dominating this rivalry. Short to the tight end. Freeney tried to punch it out, but the tight end gets free for a first down. And off, and lots of running room down the right side for the running back. Freeney comes over and makes the touchdown-saving tackle, but geez, oh Pete, everybody got blocked on that play. It's a read option keeper for Oladoka. He's got a lot of running room. Freeney comes down and makes a tackle again. Freeney's everywhere, but everyone else on the defense is taking a drive off so far. Another handoff, and he almost broke free as William, that's not Queen, who's 95? Is that Cherry maybe? Someone's striking like a T-pose almost after that tackle got made. But Kamari Shimwell gets injured, apparently strained his forearm on the play. Over the middle, caught. Lewis couldn't quite hang with him in coverage, and they're down to the 11. To the right side, caught, and he gets free. We lose contain, and it's a touchdown for Houston. On the those plays are the absolute most infuriating to give up touchdowns on, because it's just a quick RPO. We have two defenders out there, but Pepper just completely made the wrong play and ended up getting stuck on Jaden Lewis, and then no one could bring him down before he got in the end zone. So Houston finally answers back with a touchdown. Yes, it is in fact a strained forearm for Shemwell, so Pepper will come in the meantime. But man, that was a frustrating drive, as well as our defense has played all day. Now, obviously, we're still up. What's this going to be? 22 points. So we're still doing fine, but still a little annoying to have a drive like that happen. Stumpf gets the handoff. Stumpf tried to get through there, manages 6. Jackson gets carried. Jackson with a huge seam to run through. Bo Jackson! He's free up the middle. Is he going to get caught? No, he's not. Touchdown. Freeport Tech. Bo Jackson takes it right up the middle and just runs through the entire Houston defense. What a run from the transfer running back. Our run game is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with this year. Holy crap. We have 3 dudes that can hurt you from anywhere on the field. Handoff up the middle, and Taj Carey makes the play, but gets injured on the play. The last thing we need is a freaking injury. He looks fine. He's flexing his muscles and everything, so hopefully not a serious one. Oladoka gonna go down. Javier Cherry gets home. The other D tackle transfer we got out of the portal. And it's a huge loss. It's going to be bruised ribs for Taj Carey on Marcus Jones. We'll sub in for him. It'll be 3rd and 16 for the Cougars. 3rd and 16 for Houston. Start of the 4th quarter. Backups, it looks like, are in the game for Houston. As Jaden Lewis swats that thing down, it'll bring up a 4th down. Houston's just going to have to punt it. Backups in the game now. Kevin Wilkes at quarterback and Siaki Twalo at running back will get this carry. And he finds a seam immediately and gets very close to the first down line. It'll be 2nd and inches. Twalo again breaks that first tackle made by the D lineman, and it's a 1st down. Read option. It'll be a give to Twalo, and look at the running room for Twalo. Brought down at the 6-yard line, running hard. Twalo again fought off the first tackle attempt with a stiff arm. It doesn't get much past that. Play action. Got a wide open receiver. It's Jaden Funchess. He's tackled at the 2-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal. Wilkes drops back. Is looking. Wide open receiver. It's Xavier Jewell, the true freshman, who gets it in the end zone for the touchdown. Freeport Tech on the board again. And man, oh man, what an offensive explosion this game has been. Our offense was so potent last year. For most of the season, I should say. We had our fair share of games where we kind of struggled through it a bit on offense, but it's nice to see that despite all the turnover, we still have some weapons out here. Man, and it's going to be a first career touchdown for Xavier Jewell in his first collegiate game. Handoff right up the middle. William Byard comes down and makes the tackle. Under duress, Oladokin's going to go down. Emmett Corner gets home. Our team's 5th sack of the game. Oh gosh, wide the crap open, and it's a missed throw from the backup quarterback, Dre Crosswell. Oh my gosh, that might have been a touchdown. Under duress, quarterback's just going to try and run it. Vince Kello came flying across. Try and make a play. Quarterback dives forward, and it'll be 4th and 10, and they're punting again. Oh gosh, speed option. Very late pitch out to Tualo, but he stiff arms the guy off him and gets 6. Tualo again, finds a seam. Oh my gosh, no one can get this guy on the ground. He's just shoving dudes and throwing them across the field. Might we have Funches deep? Not a great throw from Wilkes. Horrifically underthrown, actually. Play action. Under duress, going to throw it to Elias, who does make the catch. But an injury to Houston will conveniently stop the clock. Can Tualo catch? He sure can. He's wide open over the middle. And it's going to be a first down for Freeport Tech. Other side of the 2-minute timeout, we're just running the clock at this point. Tualo breaking tackles down to the 25-yard line for a gain of 9. Quick throw on the RPO to Maggio, actually lose 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Play action for Wilkes. Got a receiver. It's Jaden Funches over the middle. It's caught for a first down. The best formation is victory formation. Kevin Wilkes takes the snap, takes the knee. That is going to do it. Time expires on this week 1 victory for the Freeport Tech Marlins at home. They take home the 288 throwdown again, taking down their rival Houston Cougars. Bo Jackson nominated as the player of the game. Hard to argue against that for sure. He was absolutely incredible in the game. And what a win it was. Always great to get a win on the first game of the season. It's even sweeter against a rival, though. And that starts us off nicely in Big 12 play, getting a win already. So we're 1-0 in conference play as well. And what is showing, really from the entire team. The defense had, they gave up some field goals early on and then ended up giving up a touchdown drive in the second half. But for the most part, played phenomenally, and the offense just kept scoring. I mean, it was awesome. Awesome all around. AJ Maddox, 8 for 13, 61% completions. Would like to see that a little bit higher, but had 132 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. It's hard to, the completion percentage thing is also tricky just because, he only threw the ball 13 times. That's not a lot of attempts. So it's hard to really knock him for a low completion percentage when he only missed 5 throws on the day. And then Kevin Wilkes is also 6 for 7 for 39 yards and a touchdown. So a better day completion percentage-wise for him. He looks sharp, that's for sure. He looks very capable as a quarterback. But I don't see a ton of reason to bench Maddox after this game. Honestly, I thought he played well enough, so we'll see. But the quarterback room will be a situation to continue monitoring for sure. Bo Jackson, a leading rusher, had 11 carries for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. Obviously had the long touchdown run of 60 or 70 yards roughly. He looks as advertised, going to be great. Leading the charge, especially as a senior. Tsayaki Tualo, 9 carries for 67 and a touchdown, and then Trevor Stump had 5 carries for 63 and a touchdown. AJ Maddox did well himself, 3 for 41 and no touchdowns, and then Kevin Wilkes took a knee at the end of the game. I did see the big reason why having a guy like Bo is huge for this running back room, in that if Tualo and Stump were the only 2 running backs we were using in this game, Tualo had some wear and tear stuff come up in that fourth quarter once he came in the game. So that was my concern with running 2 true freshman running backs, is they're just not quite accustomed to the college game yet and getting hit all the time. So I was concerned that they wouldn't hold up. It was just these 2. That's why landing Bo Jackson was, I thought, so important for us. And he barely had any wear and tear come up at all, and he looked great. But yeah, if it was just Tualo and Stump, I think we may be seeing some wear and tear pop up for the 2 of them. So I'm so glad that we have Bo Jackson, especially if he can turn in performances like this. Receiving, Ofisa Vea, the leading receiver, had 3 catches for 53 and a touchdown. Tristan Glass had a 47-yard catch for a touchdown. Very nice. Donnell Bowling had 2 catches for 20. Jaden Funches had 2 for 18. Siaki Tualo had 1 for 18. Prince Kukwa 1 for 8. Chester Elias 2 for 7. Xavier Jewell 1 for for 2 and a touchdown, the first of his career. And then Ben Maggio lost 2 yards on an RPO screen. The ball got spread around today, that's for sure. I mean, gosh dang, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different receivers for the offense. That's awesome. Caesar Drake leading the team in pancakes. The transfer guard looked awesome out there. Dante Corn had 2. Keenan Sexton had 2. And Hakeem Ngakoue, the backup center, had 1 in his limited playing time. How about that? Love to see that. He's a guy that will likely take the spot of Whitehart next year. But transfer portal also exists, so who knows. Defensively, well spread around. Jordan Crawford with 6 tackles. Sebastian Thompson had 5. William Byard had 5. I do think a few of those were on special teams as well, because he is out there on kick coverage. Ray Pepper had 5. Paul Freeney had 5. Carrion had 4. So tackles well spread around. No one really dominated in the tackle department, but Jordan Crawford with 6. I mean, how often has a D tackle led a team in total tackles on the game? It has not happened very often. TFLs, 2 for Crawford, 2 for Xavier Kennedy, 2 for Ray Pepper, 1 for Javier Cherry, 1 for Emmett Corner, 1 for Dwayne Chin, and 1 for Viliami Queen. Sacks, Xavier Kennedy had 1.5, Javier Cherry had 1, Emmett Corner had 1, Ray Pepper had 1, and Jordan Crawford and Viliami Queen each had a half sack. So I wonder if Queen, Crawford, and Kennedy all got a half sack for that one play, because they all kind of converged on Oladokin, and that was they highlighted Kennedy as like the primary guy who got the sack, but I think they all must have gotten credit for it. 1 interception by Taj Carrion, who is such a talented player. I think we definitely missed him in the end of the season in a few games. He's a heck of a player, so nice to see him back on the field. Did get the interception. Also had two pass deflections, 1 for Jaden Lewis and 1 for Komari Shamwell. Nice to see the 2 corners each get a deflection in the game. No forced fumbles anywhere, but yeah, nice showing from the defense for sure in this game. And I mean, Jordan Crawford was an absolute menace. I know he was battling injury, so hopefully nothing serious for him and not something that pops up super often, because this dude was absolutely insane for us in the game. But yeah, great job all around. The whole team played great. Oh shoot, we got a coach level up, and as always, I was taking a drink when it happened. It's just a consistent thing for some reason. Gosh dang. Staying on track, the Marlins moved to 1-0 in conference after a win over Houston. Could have been a little more creative with that headline, I'll be honest. It was the first game of the year. You could mention something about opening the season with a rivalry win, perhaps, or something, but whatever. We'll take it. 49-13, the final in this game, and yeah, just truly dominated them in this game. I completely forgot, actually, that we had coach upgrades. Like, I forgot we had gotten the one at the end of the, it was either during the offseason or, like, the bowl game or something. I kind of forgot to do anything with it. Elite Recruiter is close to getting unlocked, but we need to sign 2 top 5 recruiting classes to unlock it. That is probably something I would like to do. But I don't know what the odds are we can land another top 5 recruiting class, so I think I will put it into Tactician for now. So, what do we want to do? What do we want to do here? I'm always down for boosting the O-line in addition to the secondary or the linebackers. Really, I'm down for any of this stuff. It's just a matter of what do we think we want to do. You know, we haven't boosted the running backs at all, so let's double up on that. We'll boost the pass block and run block, and then we'll boost the trucking and break tackle for running backs and fullbacks, and we'll call that good. So that does it for week 1, and we'll sim on ahead to week 2, see what the recruiting world might hold for us in this advancement, and then we'll end it there. A couple of updates here. Taylor Bauer reaches top 5. We sit number 1 for him. Mitch Batonio also reaches top 5. We are also number 1 for him, so good to see us having success on the edge recruiting trail. Cam Berry just reached his top 5 as well. We are still trying to catch Oregon. Might be tough to do. Jesse Hunt has reached his top 8, and we're still the only school that has offered him a scholarship. The number 2 corner, I almost said number 5, the number 2 corner in the class, the 5-star gem, and we're the only school that is going after him. Is this finally our chance to land an elite corner? Please, please, I pray. Tyrese Vick also reached his top 8, but he locked us out because obviously the entire country has offered him a scholarship as well. So unless we were dumping hours into him, it wasn't going to be likely we would land him. But a very encouraging development on Hunt here as we continue to extend our lead over everybody else. And then I'm glad we're doing well for the edges as well, because both of these guys look crazy good in their own right. And then Cam Berry, chasing Oregon again, might be tough. He's from California, but we'll see. And that is going to do it for us this week. Up to number 10 in the country with the win over our rival Houston. And we host Northwestern next week out of the Big Ten. They are also 1-0. They won their first game of the year. So we got to, as the headline says there, we got to protect home turf against the Wildcats. So we'll see if we can do it next week. Thank you again for joining me. Love it, appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see all y'all in my next episode. Later, y'all.